Perfect. So I am Lucy Jacobson of the SHS Courier, and I am here interviewing our wonderful principal, Ms. Short. So Ms. Short, I have a couple questions for you today. My topic is stress management at SHS and what admin is doing about it. So Ms. Short, what would you say is the biggest stressor for kids these days?
Well, I think that's a tough question. There are a lot of stressors, I think, for students today. I think certainly our academic environment can be stressful because it's very competitive. Our students, I think, demand excellence from themselves. We demand excellence, the family, the community. So I think academics is one of the top ones. I also think just socially, what kids have to deal with today with everything you're constantly bombarded with social media and the various platforms. And I think those two things are probably the biggest stressors. Those are very broad. I mean, I think you could dig deep into, like, there are different stressors academically for freshmen than for seniors, right? I mean, absolutely. Seniors, obviously, big stressor now is, what am I going to do after high school? Yes, am I going to apply to college? If I am, where am I going? And that process is very stressful. Or do I want to go into the armed services or a gap year or the workforce? So just, it's a lot to be a high school kid today.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I myself am a sophomore, so I had a hard time adjusting to high school. But yeah, why do you think stress management is important to you as high school admin?
Well, personally, it's important to me because I have a little bit of stress in my job too, and I'm happy to see that although I think the stressors have increased significantly for people my age and your parents' age when we were high schoolers. It's far greater, I think, today for kids. And I think social media plays a big role in that. And I just think it's really important that our kids focus on balance. That if we are not emotionally well and physically well, that it's hard for us to be successful in those areas that we want to be successful. Yeah. So it certainly, since the pandemic, I think the pandemic shone a very bright light on the stressors that kids are under. And I mean, there are all kinds of studies out there. And I just got an email earlier this week that, I mean, we have a separate pandemic going on in this country, which is mental health for teenage students. Certainly, I'm sure it affects younger kids as well, but my focus is obviously high schoolers. So we wanted to start putting some things in play to help our students during the school day learn some strategies and then have places where they could kind of de-escalate. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That is all my questions for you.
Well, very good.
Really concise. Thank you so much for your answers.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you.